If you are struggling to lose some weight, you're going to want to stay right where you are and watch this, because this family right here, they're going to inspire and motivate you with their incredible story.
Mom Gabi Rose was morbidly obese for over 12 years and had lots of health problems as a result. It took reaching almost 300 pounds and a near-death experience to finally lose the weight.
The family then followed suit and together have lost, are you ready, a total of more than 300 pounds, and they have kept it off. How many years later? 7 years later?
Yeah.
All right, say hi to Gabi, husband David, and their daughter Rachel. And by the way, their other kids are joining us in the studio too. And so this is a beautiful family you have, guys. How are you? Yeah.
Good to see you.
So what the heck, man? This was a struggle probably that seemed so insurmountable, huh?
Yeah, the terrible thing is when you're in the struggle, you don't realize it until I realized my health was directly being impacted by my weight. But when I talk about denial, let's take Rachel, for example. I remember in 3rd grade, we went back to school shopping, went in August. By October, I couldn't button her pants. And she was in a 16 already.
Right.
And I used to tell my husband, I don't know what is going on. Her pants don't close. I don't understand.
They're making pants smaller these days.
Or what happened to her pants?
Right.
And she went into an adult size. It was... you just, you know, you don't realize it. I don't know how to explain it when you're in it.
Sometimes it's hard to separate yourself from it and to realize that you have a problem. Now let's start with Rachel. You were up to 170 pounds.
Yeah.
David, you were up to
270.
270, and you were up to almost 300.
Yeah.
And you've lost 50 pounds? David, how much weight have you? 80 pounds. Yeah. And you're
168.
the 168.
Good for you.
I mean, it's just almost hard to believe.
But it was a pretty drastic measure. I mean, you almost died, right, from an asthma attack, and you thought, okay, there's something that's got to change.
My asthma was so out of control, and I remember my pulmonary doctor telling me, it's your weight, it's your weight. And I said, what does my weight have to do with my asthma and my breathing? It's not even related, and you don't realize it. It's terrible. And yeah, I went to a friend's house and was driving home with all my kids in the car, suffered a severe asthma attack. I called my husband, who saved my life, because I didn't think I was going to have another chance in front of my kids. And I told them that Mommy's going to sleep, and I thought that was the last time I was going to see them. But
it still gets you very emotional, doesn't it?
Yes.
Even today. And it's been 7 years. How did you lose the weight, you guys? How did you do it as a family?
Well, I failed at so many weight loss attempts, commercial diets and whatnot. I've probably gained and lost 500 pounds in my life. And I decided to study nutrition, study health, study what's in our food, study what is causing this terrible cycle that we're in. And I stopped buying food, certain foods. I stopped driving through. We stopped drinking soda. We stopped eating low-fat foods, believe it or not.
Yes.
And that's a whole other gimmick and flaw out there. People think that the fat's making us fat.
No.
And then, David, you were inspired by your wife's weight
loss. It became contagious in the household, absolutely.
Which is a great thing.
Fantastic.
Yeah. And did you you studied all of this. How did you guys all really, truly lose this weight in...
it was an overall family lifestyle change in the household. Everything had to change. That's right.
Fitness, we started increasing our activity level. She's a competitive tennis player.
All right.
Yeah, so she has energy beyond belief now, and she gets up at 5 o'clock every morning to start playing at 6 a.m.
That's excellent. And you've noticed a difference in your children's school.
Oh,
Their behaviors have changed. Everything they're learning, their grades have gone up. I mean, food really has a huge impact on our lives.
Particularly the bad food, the sugar.
So you don't have anything packaged in the house probably anymore?
It's food stuff.
Yeah.
You got to get rid of the food stuff, things that we think are food, but they're not actually food. We have to get back to whole foods, nuts and grains, and limit our milk, and maybe 1 serving a day, and limit the cheeses, and just get rid of all the low-fat snacks and all that stuff in the house that's packaged. Don't drive through.
No.
You're not doing anything. I used to think a healthy meal was buying frozen nuggets out of a bag and sticking it in the oven
Well, you guys
and feeding my family.
did a fantastic job.
So inspirational.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
be
Be
right back.
right back.